Hello, what it all, and welcome to gaming news. And boy, do I have some doozies for you. Of course, as you can see, my brothers and sisters, they can't really see my hands over here because they're out of frame. My brothers and sisters, I bring to you actually some games of a generation hit PS3. There's a sale going on PlayStation Store. And you know what? I think it's time you guys find out about this. It was just, I guess, released today or yesterday, something like that. They have a few games. And I'll say this. This is like a EA Call of Duty kind of thing. There's just a bunch of, look at this. Battlefield, like, hold on, let me enlarge this for you guys. So you guys can kind of see what I'm talking about here. There we go. Now, as you can see, there's a lot of stuff. This is a weird thing. It says Borderlands Game of the Year edition. There's two. Not sure why there's two and why there's different prices, but that's really weird. Yeah, there's a lot of EA games. A Way Out, EA game. Battlefield and all that stuff. And of course, the Call of Duty. So much Call of Duty. Look at this. Black Ops, like what? It's something that's just repeating. It's ridiculous. Why is there 3 deluxes? And I'll say this: the deluxes usually don't come with anything. Usually, the one that you'd want to get, it's the gold edition. But look at this. This is World War II one. I don't know what the hell that is. Yeah, it's like Counter Spot. What? Some of these games, are very interesting to say the least. But yeah, they're saying it's like of this generation. It's like, well, I believe Diablo 3 was actually for the PS3, and then it was, released for PS4. But yeah, it's available if you're interested. Dragon Age Inquisition, Game of the Year. I have not passed that game. I got this game, the basic game, and have not passed it at all. I still have it's digital, so I can't sell it. And it's not that great a game. Like, in all honesty, not all the people really like this games. Dragon Ball Xenoverse. It's just, there's a lot of games in here that it's kind of just really disappointing. I mean, you can go through it all. Look at this. They're still trying to sell Grand Theft Auto. Grand Theft Auto Online, it says Auto Mega Dunk Card Cash. Before it was $100, now it's $94.99. This is just ridiculous. They're just trying to do something. But let's face it, a lot of people are actually going to just wait. Well, until mainly like Black Friday or Cyber Monday, or whatever you want to call it. You're just going to wait to see, all these price drops and all these different things. Most likely, you've probably already gotten the majority of these games. But hey, here's another chance for you to get it. This, by the way, Spider-Man Game of the Year edition, $31.99. That's kind of weird because I could have sworn I've seen it for $30 earlier. Just saying. I think that's something that, if you want to shop deals, you might want to wait. This NBA thing, really? I mean, sorry, MLB. And I think they also have NBA. Like, just microtransaction stuff like that. Red Dead. Like, there is no... What Ultimate Edition? There's nothing for it. There really is nothing. If you're even going to purchase it, then you'd probably be off purchasing it used. I'm just going to say that. It's probably cheaper, or just hold on. Like I said, Black Friday, where there's going to be multiple games, if that's what you're going to do. It's just better to wait. Same thing with this. Look, Lara Croft, Shadow of the Tomb Raider. You got to be kidding me with this. First, look at this. The deluxe edition gives you basically nothing, just a couple things. It's kind of like a pre-order. That's basically what it is. And then, yeah, you get that, the Croft edition or whatever. I think that comes with the season pass. So you're better off, I guess, getting that. But then most likely, I guess that you'd be better off getting that. It's just like really weird. Fallout, Skyrim. Just stop. Just stop with this garbage, man. You gotta just end it. But yeah, there's all these games. I mean, if you're interested in them, there they are for your entertainment if you want to get them. But yeah, that's basically it for that. For that sale that's going on. There's really like no other sales. So if you're thinking about, I say wait and see what's gonna happen. GameStop sales. I know GameStop, but they're gonna have a sale, or possibly at the end of this week. The 5th is when I think their next sale's gonna end, or the weekly thing that they do. So just wait and see. Now moving on to the next one. The next thing we're gonna be talking about is Yakuza, the creator of Yakuza, and just what he's wants to do, what he's trying to do. We're not gonna go through this whole thing, but we're gonna talk about it. He's the main part of this is that they were worried because they're going in a different direction with the new Yakuza. If you've seen the gameplay, you've seen that it's basically something completely different. It looks kind of the same, however, the mechanics are different. It's more like a JRPG type thing, or where you take turns and go in and just try and combat it. Let me try pulling it up for you somewhere around here and seeing what I can do. But yeah, for the most part, that's basically what it's gonna be. It's gonna be like this JRPG type game uh, that that you may or may not like. For me, I was kind of like confused of how they're going with it. Uh, I definitely probably need to see more gameplay to see if maybe that's just a mini game, because they did a mini game kind of like that within the Yakuza 6. But this is a new generation. The character also kind of reminds me of Mugen from Samurai Champloo. Champloo. Mugen. Oh, I forgot the end there. Oh, here he is. But yeah, this is basically like who he reminds me of, and it's pretty cool to see that, because he does kind of look like this character. He looks like he does kind of look like him, like the main protagonist of that game. Looks like Mugen, which is actually pretty cool, you know. Uh, but yeah, we'll see exactly what happens when this is released. I believe early next year. It's going to be coming out. Well, we'll see exactly what the game is going to have. But like I said, the guy wanted to make something new. He kind of also wants to reach a wider audience, which is male and females as well, and people from other countries, not just those from Japan. So that's something that he wants to challenge himself with later on in the future. And of course, they were worried and scared about how this game was going to be received, as well as with Judgment, because there are new protagonists, new individuals. That's not like the Yakuza characters. So we're going to be seeing just the evolution of this and what direction they're going to be going with this. Hopefully they do well. Hopefully they encourage themselves to do more. And yeah, and that's all we can really kind of just hope for, because no one wants to see games fail. No one wants to see uh, just bad things happen to these developers who are actually pouring their heart and soul into the games, that don't add these horrible microtransactions in single player games as well. And yeah, so hopefully they do well. They're able to accomplish their goal, and they're able to bring out more and more content. Maybe modify what they have, improve it tenfold, hopefully. But yeah, we'll see exactly what direction they're going to be going. And this is something I wanted to include. This is, I believe, just an opinion piece of someone like talking about like top games and things of that nature. And I was like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna throw this in there. Normally, I don't throw stuff in here where it's like opinion based or anything like that. But this is more kind of like just kind of announcements of games that are going to be coming out, and I think these are games that kind of need some attention. Some of these you may like, some of these you may not. But yeah, I thought it might get your attention. Concrete Genie, which is basically a game that involves painting stuff. Like you're painting like these genies, these creatures, and you get to kind of make your own design in a way. but it's like puzzle based and like these different things. I'm not sure exactly how combat's gonna work or if there even is combat. Uh, but yeah, it's like kind of in a creative outlet. And I think it's something that's gonna entertain a few people out there. The price point, I believe, could be $40 for this game. So, those of you who don't want to spend the $60, 65, whatever, on, these huge games that may disappoint, well, there's a game out there for you, especially if you want to get something for like your kid or anything like that, or nieces and nephews. I think this is probably a game that you'd want to get. Let me mute this. But yeah, look at this. This is like very beautiful. It seems like, there might be like some combat within this, and it's gonna be like kind of entertaining. Uh, yeah, it's like visually it looks at least very beautiful. So who knows? This may be a game that you may want to get, or maybe you may not. It looks like there is some type of combat within this game. I like PlayStation VR as well. So this is you can pretty much play PlayStation VR. That's honestly something that's really great. You know, I think that's something that's that may change things. But yeah, there it is. And there's as well Legends of Heroes trails. I have no idea what the hell this game is, but I think I've seen some of it. It doesn't seem that kind of that really interesting to me. I guess I've seen some of these types of games, but it just depends, on the individual. But I'm trying to see like for the most part, it seems like an anime type of game. Kind of, it looks also like a JRPG type game. I mean, this looks like a low quality type game, like PS2 era type game, maybe early PS3. I don't know if that's for you. Definitely not for me. But yeah, JRPG. Okay, on the PlayStation 2. So they're kind of like, I guess, bringing it back, possibly. But yeah, so it's definitely a pass for me. Well, Outer Worlds is another one. It looks really, honestly, it looks really good. There's one thing that I kind of dislike is that it's only in first person because I like to see my characters. But of course, they did that due to certain reasons, due to like basically not wanting to animate all these other different things, like as you see the character. I believe they said that your character is going to be a silent protagonist, so they don't want to add words and all that stuff. Too much. It is from the creators of the original Fallout, the original people, Fallout New Vegas, and all that Obsidian that made these games. And I think a lot of people are gonna want to see this and look at this, and probably are gonna want to purchase this game, mainly because the Bethesda has really just done something just horrible with their games recently, and just wanted to have like just so much money and just messed up so many things. And obviously, I heard that there's going to be different worlds, as you can kind of see already. There's all these different like types of planets or environments, and you're going to have like a ragtag crew of space people with you, space pirates. So you're going to be able to play the game how you want to play it or how you want to do things. That in itself is going to be interesting. They have a slow motion type of thing effects, so you can. It's kind of like VATS in a way, except it's going to be more intuitive, where you can actually freeform and actually aim the gun at the individual body parts that you want to aim at. It's not going to take itself too seriously. There's like an array of weaponry that you can obtain, and I think that's going to be very interesting to say the least. Especially just how they're going to be doing in this game. I think people are just gonna fall in love with this game, and there's people that are gonna be like, I'm not too sure because it's first person. You know, like people may want to take a chance on this game, but they're probably gonna wait. Like me personally, I kind of want to wait to see what's gonna happen with this because there are a lot of games that are gonna be coming out soon. So it just depends. What you want. Obviously, Hideo Kojima is coming out with his game soon, so that's going to be interesting as well to see what happens. But look at this. This game looks really beautiful, looks really good. Well, you can do basically whatever you want in this game. So it's gonna be up to you whether you want to support them or not. I would honestly, it looks like it'd be a good game to kind of support, a company to support. Look at that shrink ray. That's what I'm talking about. So it's gonna be interesting to see how this game does. I think it might do very well. I think more and more people need to see this game and really need to play it as well. But yeah, that's honestly just what I think about that. And of course, they had this person had more mentions October and all that stuff. The Long Return, no idea what that is. Paranoid Happiness is mandatory. Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon. Oh, if you know anything, you've seen some of my videos. I do not like Ghost Recon Breakpoint. It's just bad. This always online thing just really messes it up. But yeah, I don't think they're gonna change that anytime soon or at all. In fact, but yeah, there's all these other games coming out. Some of these you may know, some of these you may not. Medieval Remastered, October 25th, just in time for Halloween. After I don't know, Yakuza 4, I guess, remastered. But there's gonna be like a special edition thing coming out next year, so you might want to wait for that. But yeah, these are just some of the games that are going to be coming out. And I thought, you know what, get it out there, let people know about these games, and see, let you decide, if that's something that you're going to, want to get or not. But yeah, now we're going to be moving on to some sad news and maybe shocking, depending on how you look at things. Because this is, this is kind of crazy. Let me see if I can do something with this. Okay, so I can't do that. Alright. So it says, Shawn Layden, head of PlayStation's Game Studios, departs. So here's the thing about this. This is Kotaku. And there's really nothing about this. Like, it's just like, okay, he just left. He's leaving the company. He's stepping down. And apparently, this is a tweet here. Why is Studios Chairman Shawn... Like, they don't say why. And... here's the thing. This is why it's kind of very strange, because this kind of comes out of nowhere, which means it could mean a multitude of things. It could mean that the company, something bad's happening within the company, or could mean he did something bad. He did something that he shouldn't have done, especially with this whole Me Too movement thing going on and still going on. It could be possibly he did something bad, but all there is speculation, unless someone can come out and flat out just say, no, this is actually what happened, because it's very strange. I mean, because there's really not so much information. Look at this. It's very, very small, very short selection of what was actually transpiring here. But yeah, it's very weird, honestly, to me, that this is all they have to kind of really say. Formerly president and CEO of Sony Computer Entertainment America, until Sony's regions were brought under one roof. In 2018, Layden had been Sony since 1980. Well, that's a long time, 1987. So here's the thing, though. Something is happening. Something probably not good. I mean, this cannot be good in any way. Why would he be leaving, or why would he be, having to step down? Something happened. Must be turmoil. And I know what you're thinking. Oh, but come on, man. It can't be that. Well, actually, he's not the only one that actually is leaving. Because apparently the big enchilada, head of PlayStation Japan Asia, Atsushi Morita, retires at 60. So, he's retiring, but it could mean a multitude of things. It could mean that someone forced him to retire. Well, we know a lot of these individuals actually stay for a long time in the industry. So it's kind of strange to be like, oh, well, he's retired. Like, what? You don't really hear that often. And again, it's kind of just a short explanation. And this one, it was from Push Square, and it says, hot off the heels of Shawn Layden's abruptly announced departure from PlayStation, another major player is leaving the company. Atsushi Morita may not be familiar, but he's been corporate director of Sony Interactive Entertainment and president of SIE Japan Asia for a long time. It's been announced that he'll be retiring from both positions, having reached 60 years age. Chief Financial Officer for SIE is set to replace Morita as corporate director, but no successor to the role of Japan Asia president has been confirmed yet. We wouldn't take these back-to-back departures as something to worry about. We're at start a new quarter at a time when changes usually like this made public. In this case, at least, it seems simply be down to age. I think this is complete bullshit. Like, just saying this, it's like, oh, this is what we think is. No, something is going on, because like seriously, like it's kind of like just weird. It seems like they're just trying to put too much emphasis. Like, oh well, he's 60 years old, so he's retiring. It's like, what? I'm not sure about that. It seems a little off, a little strange, especially kind of like back to back. Like, really? Maybe this was planned. Maybe something is definitely going on. Whether it's good or bad, I mostly, I'm not. It mostly comes out to me as bad. Like, what are they going to be doing? Because this is definitely going to affect the company. Because now we're kind of thinking, well, what direction are they going to go with? What are they going to do? Because they've also, talked about how, like, basically they brought down the price of PlayStation Now? I don't even use that garbage. It's like, oh, you can stream games now. And it's like, now it's $10 a month. And it's like, no. Why? The majority of those games probably people already have or could probably purchase at a cheaper value than what they're being provided and not have to worry about just online. Always online, which is a huge problem in the goddamn industry. Everyone's trying to go like this whole digital route and all that stuff. Sure, you can purchase games online and they're yours are on your console, but of course, it depends on the availability. The problem that I see here is we're not getting the full story. There's something happening behind the scenes. Maybe they're going to be going. We've already heard that Sony's going to be making a few changes to the whole how they, what games they allow or what type of games they allow with censorship. So who knows exactly what they're going to be doing down the line. And it's very interesting because they had the whole controversy with NBA with the gambling system for minors. For everyone. It's like, what? This is ridiculous, and Sony's allowing this to happen. So I think there's just a lot of things going on, but all we can do right now is just speculate on what is actually happening. Yeah, that's honestly just my opinion. I'm not sure what exactly is transpiring with these individuals. Like I said, all we can do is just really just speculate, at what's going on. Because that's all we have. But, yeah, they're retired. They're gone from this industry. And, we'll see exactly what happens with these individuals, down the line. Probably nothing, maybe something. Maybe more news will break out. More people will find out. But, until then, thank you guys so much for watching Gaming News this week. 4 more videos. Click down there. I released a few this week, actually, back to back. So, something good's happening. And yeah, thank you guys so much again. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Visit my Patreon if you just want to, donate money so I can create more and more content like this and probably do better quality, possibly, maybe. All right, thank you guys so much, and I will catch you guys on another gaming news episode, I guess. Bye.